Let's get into it, baby. This is Travel Bang back again. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Thanks for rocking with me one more time. Before we go into the episode, I got to hit up the sponsor. We are sponsored by AO Nutrition. AO, what does that mean? Anabolic Outlaws. The #1 bodybuilding fitness supplementation company in North America. And what I really like is their pro hormone selection. If you want to be a beast in bed, you want to turn into the Green Hulk, then hit them up and try their products. aonutrition.shop. For this episode, I want to hit some emails up that was sent to me. Feel free to hit me up, people. Feel free. Fritz at travelandbang.com. I'll leave it below. The first question is, can you tell me more about creating an alter ego to enhance your dating life? Isn't pretending to be something you're not just being fake? Well, if you're doing it that way, it is. But that's not what an alter ego is. The best example I can make is the hip hop industry. All these rappers that you see are putting on an alter ego. Why would they do that? They do that simply because who you are, for instance, around your parents is not who you are when you're around your lover, your relationship partner. And who you are with them isn't necessarily who you are when you go to work and deal with, say if you work at a company, you deal with different clients, different people, project manager. They don't know the version of you, understand? They don't know the version of you that your parents know or the intimate bedroom version of you when you're the partner. So it isn't being fake. It's just being a different version of you. Do you understand why the advice of just be yourself? No, don't just be yourself, because the question really is which version of you should be yourself? You have many, many different sides to you, okay? And that's what I mean by alter ego. When you look in the rap industry and you see all these grown adult men with these endless amounts of nicknames, they're not just stage names, it's a lie. There's a psychological reason for this, okay? Redman, Method Man, you know what I mean? Rick Ross, AKA Ricky Rose, and Jay-Z. These are their alter egos, okay? When you see them on camera doing an interview, when you hear them on, rapping or watching a video on YouTube by them, this is their alter ego. Rick Ross, the rapper, is not who he is when he's off the camera. He's at home with his feet kicked up on his leather couch watching TV. A different version that is being seen by his kids or maybe his baby mamas, you understand? So these are different versions of themselves. And that's what I meant by an alter ego being a way to enhance your dating life, because you might take your game to a different level. You understand? Your courtship skills, for those who don't understand what game is. You understand? So what I would recommend is find an entertainer or somebody you know or see, someone that says, wow, you know what? You say to yourself, I want to be like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I love the persona that he puts on, the way he talks. You know what I mean? The innuendos that he puts out, or maybe it's James Bond. The old saying goes, I have a friend who mimics James Bond when he goes on dates. And his saying is, what would James Bond do? You know what I mean? A spin on the what would Jesus do, but you get it. What would James Bond do? That's what he always asks himself when he's out on a date with a beautiful, attractive woman. And that's what you got to do. Find that alter ego. And at first it'll seem fake because you'll be mimicking, but mimicking is what us humans do. You know what I mean? It's the way you learned how to speak. When you were a child, you mimicked what you heard your parents and everyone around you, how they pronounced the words. You mimicked when you were learning how to walk or learning how to ride a bike. You had to look at others, do it, and then once you mimic, after a while, the mimicking becomes a part of you. You understand? So the alter ego eventually becomes a part of you. It won't even come across like you're mimicking someone else. You know what I mean? So what I love to do is come up with a nickname, come up with a different name, okay? And that is when you're on the date, when you're in the, dealing with your relationship with the woman, you are that person. You're on that version of you. You're not the version that mom and dad knows. You're not the version, you know what I mean, the insecure, scared, feeling lonely and weak guy. You know, whatever your problems are, your alter ego is going to push that aside. Do you understand? But here's a side note. Listen, creating an alter ego is not pandering. Don't get this confused. You know who panders right now in the American election? Kamala Harris. Unfortunately, she has a lot of things going for her, but unfortunately, she also panders a lot to her audience. And I can tell you, it affects her polls of favorability with voters, because they can tell when she puts on a fake Southern accent, we're going to take them on to 2024. You know what I mean? It's like, it just didn't match her background. The pandering with inviting a female rapper, you know what I mean, Megan Thee Stallion, to do her twerk booty shake song at the convention also came across as she's pandering, because that's not her. That's not her. When she's on the phone with the fake phone calls and says, oh, you know, I'm out here in these streets. I'm out here in these streets. It's too much. It's too much. So if she put on an alter ego from the beginning, where she from the beginning talked like this, then it would be an alter ego. It'd be believable. But because she's pandering, it's just coming out of left field, this type of social behavior, people get turned off. You know what I mean? Their intelligence is insulted. Don't do that, okay? So the next question is, how do I find a woman that's into anal sex? I go on dates only to be disappointed when a month later goes by, I end up realizing the woman won't let me perform anal sex during lovemaking. Okay, so basically it's like this, okay? This question needs to come a little bit sooner than usual, okay? So when you're on a date, if say that's what you're into, the backdoor, I call it the backdoor boogie, you need to bring it in a conversation where you're asking her, you know, once you get to that personable level of talking about sexual intimacy, to ask her, hey, have you tried that before? Have you had any experience of doing that? Now, a lot of people would say, they're not gonna tell you. Well, they would, you know what I mean? After one glass of wine and some really deep social connection, bonding, talking, where the woman feels very comfortable with you. And then she will tell you the honest truth and say, hey, look, I'm not into that, not having it, doesn't turn me on. It's everything is going out, not in that area. You understand? And then you have your answer to your question. Now, she might say, hey, you know what I mean? She might say, I tried it, wasn't for me, but you know, maybe it was just done wrong. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then you can think, oh, okay, cool. And then that's when you say, oh, okay, well, you know, that's I'm a kinky type of guy, you know, I just need to ask to make sure, you know, we could be compatible in the bedroom arena. I'm sorry that I'm asking this in this direct manner. I just want to know. And just all on your delivery. It's not really what you say, it's how you say it. You know what I mean? How you relay it. So yeah, I totally dig it. I totally dig it. You know, not every woman is into getting ramrodded in the back door. You know, not every woman's into that. You know, it's not like the adult XXX cinema industry, how they make it look like that. Every woman wants that done to them. You know, it's not so. This has been another Travel and Bang. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you like what I said, and if not, let me know as well. It's okay. I take insults. I have thick skin, baby. All right. Asombroso.
It's on.